I want to bring in CNN political commentator and President Trump's former legislative director, Marc Short. Marc, thanks very much for joining us again this morning.
Jim, thanks for having me on, Jim.
I always think it's important on stories like this to go big picture, because it's hard to follow the kind of day by day. But just so folks at home can understand what the big picture is here, what Michael Cohen testified to last week was, in effect, that the president misled the American public when he said that there were no conversations during the 2016 campaign about this Trump Tower Moscow project. Cohen testified under oath that actually they continued well up to very close to the Republican convention. What Michael Flynn lied about to the FBI was that there were discussions during the transition, December 2016, in this case about Russia sanctions. I just want to ask a very simple question. Why the lies about those Russia contacts?
Oh, I don't know that there are lies at this point, Jim. I think you have different accusations that have been made by Michael Cohen, who is...
You have people testifying under oath, though, at penalty of going to jail, right? Saying that there were lies.
And I think that you also have already proven that Michael Cohen has been a serial liar who has lied on multiple occasions. And the reason that he's under being prosecuted now is because he lied to Congress.
Is Michael Flynn a serial liar?
I don't know that. I think General Flynn has served our country honorably, but we don't know what General Flynn has testified to the special counsel or not. We're waiting on that report. General Flynn, I believe, is under indictment because of being dishonest with the FBI, but I don't know that to what allegations he's made against President Trump.
Well, that's a question here then, too, because the president, as you know, throughout this, going back to the campaign, I mean, first he said there were no contacts. That claim has been belied by what we've learned since then, that there were repeated contacts at multiple levels. And I just, so folks at home understand why the need to be misleading about that if the contacts were innocent. What was the motivation for not being forthcoming about this early on, which would have removed a lot of these legal troubles? For instance, if Michael Flynn had not lied about contacts with the Russian ambassador during December 2016 about a key policy issue, U.S. sanctions on Russia, he would not be facing a federal crime here.
Jim, you say you want to have a big picture conversation, and I don't have an understanding of what the president's negotiations were with Russia about a Trump Tower. There is no Trump Tower in Russia. The investigation was intended to focus on, was there collusion between the campaign that helped elect Donald Trump and defeated Hillary Clinton. To date, there's been no evidence of collusion and interfered, or should say that the Trump campaign interfered with Russia in influencing the election results. So, we continue to have conversations about people who have lied or people who failed to file as foreign lobbyists, and they should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Those are serious crimes and serious allegations, but that does not prove any sort of collusion with Russia that interfered with the election. That's what the investigation was about. That's what we've been waiting more than 2 years to uncover, and there's still no evidence of that.
You've seen and read and heard about the president's public comments, including in the last 24 hours, about this ongoing investigation. I mean, for instance, you say that these crimes should be prosecuted. The president has said something different. He has said that they are being treated unfairly. I mean, he's called the Justice Department. He put the Justice Department in quotes, in relation to this investigation. More recently, the issue has been, is the president signaling to witnesses in this investigation, specifically in this case Roger Stone, but also Michael Cohen, signaling to them that, hey, Roger Stone, you're doing a good job here by not cooperating. Michael Cohen, you're doing a bad job by cooperating. Is that something the president of the United States should be doing?
I don't think there should be witness tampering or interference, Jim, but I also think there's enormous frustration that, again, a special counsel was named to investigate where there was collusion with Russia on an election, and the investigation is instead focused on where, Michael Cohen has lied about various elements of personal financial dealings, or where Paul Manafort failed to register as a foreign lobbyist. And I understand that that's intended to apply pressure to get them to testify to something else.
Marc, fact check there. Michael Cohen pled guilty to a crime a number of months ago about campaign finance fraud, in which he implicated the president. That is not a, I know this phrase process crime has come out there. That is a crime. It is not all unrelated to the campaign.
That is fair, Jim, but there's been no prosecution yet of a campaign finance. Michael Cohen has said that what he thinks happened was campaign finance. I don't know that there's a lot of lawyers who would agree with that sentiment. I think he's in a position where he's made a lot of errors, he's made a lot of mistakes, and he's looking to strike a plea deal.
Marc Short, appreciate you taking the hard questions as always.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks for having me on.